and welcome to Who Does Rolls Mumbo Jumbo for this, the July the 3rd. It is July the 3rd. Hi, and we are on an unprecedented point of a general election that's going to happen in the next couple of days in the UK. And Friday morning, I suspect a lot of people are going to be quite happy, and some Conservatives will not be. But let's not get political. Let's just bask in what's to come and go, oh, thank God. I'm back. I'm back. I was ill. That's what happened. I went to the expo. I'd clearly taken some horrible, horrific virus with me, or the beginnings of it, because I ended up with an incredibly, awfully bad chest infection. I signed myself off a week of work, and then actually turned out when I went to the doctors, I was quite ill. And they were like, yeah, you might have pneumonia or nearly pneumonia. We're going to try this, and if this doesn't work, you're probably going to be in hospital. That did work, so I wasn't in hospital. But I wasn't very well. So no videos got published. No stuff happened. I did manage to put a video out that I'd filmed before the expo, which you had. Hi, for that video. And I tried the other week to film something, and I haven't looked at it yet, but I don't think I came off very well as I was still dying. So here I am. I'm in a better position. I feel better. It's nice to be back. That wasn't fun. And that annoyed me because I kind of missed most of the expo. Kind of. I did the Friday and a big chunk of the Saturday, or most of the Saturday, but broke really at that point. So it's a bit sad, a bit tragic. But that all happened. I am here now. Things is happening. Videos is being filmed. I'm trying out a new mic. I need to get some new lights. Some of the lights are broken, so I might be in dim. And now the dog's barking. Excellent. Fucking brilliant. Anyway, so there's all that out of the way. Let's quickly have a whistle-stop tour of what I've been playing. So played lots of stuff. We played loads of the expo. I won't dive too deeply into that now. Highlights of that, Tony, well, the Return to the Dark Tower may well have been procured at some point during the expo, not by me. We played that, and that was enjoyable, if ridiculous in its blingage. But that went on. Courtesans we played, which something I picked up at the expo. When I do I will do an expo video, maybe cover more, but my expo haul consisted of Courtesans, Zombie Kids for Isaac, which he's enjoyed immensely, and whilst it's quite simple, it's quite good fun, and you get to open envelopes. Go Ahead Punk was another thing I picked up, which is one thing I'd kind of gone, I quite fancy the idea of that, which is kind of Letters from Whitechapel with a Dirty Harry theme of you trying to track down the Scorpio Killer, basically, in 1970s San Francisco, and it does all that very well. Played it the weekend just gone, and it is like Fury of Dracula or Letters from Whitechapel, but on steroids, crack. There's dice rolling in it. And for the Heidi, the sniper, which I played, it is an incredibly intense experience because you are just running for your life the entire part of the game. There's no point it's not one of those games where, like Let's Whitechapel and Fury Dracula, where you kind of do something very clever and then you sit back and you bask in your cleverness, where everyone else on the table is clueless as to the shit that you just pulled. This is you're being hunted. And you're running for your life the entire game is how it felt that game I played of it. Now, maybe I was doing a poor job of that, but it was full on, lots of dice rolling, shooting, pewing, and I got shot and killed. But it went fast, it was silly, it was nuts, it was all of that stuff, and it was a bit different. It did feel different from one of those styles of games, because it is this kind of just breakneck mayhem on the board, rather than a more serene kind of meanders. People hide and seek. This is like, no hide and seek. This is hide a little bit, then be seeking a lot and shoot it. Good fun. So anyway, when I play some more of that, whatever, that was the first play of that, but I enjoyed that. It was silly and stupid and quite tense. But all not the ways I thought it was going to be, but it was fun nevertheless, and some really quite nice aesthetics and stuff. So there's that. We've played lots of other stuff. Jamie picked up the extra player boards, the boards for Terraforming Mars, the Hellas and Elysium boards. We've played those since then, which is always good, some Terraforming Mars. It was nice to go back to that. It's fun in the house, and a bunch of other stuff. But that's stuff. We've played other stuff. I played poker and done other stuff. So that's what we played. Of all of that, I've enjoyed all of that. Playing games is always fun, isn't it? We enjoy that. So there you go. There's a whistle-stop tour of what I've been playing. News.
Here is the news.
News, I don't have a lot for you. However, there is a bit of a shit show going on at the moment in regards to Meeple copyright, if you're not aware of this. I will give you a whistle-stop tour of this, in fact, just very quick, but the nub of the points. So, Hans and Gluck, who are the publishers behind Carcassonne, amongst many other games. Carcassonne was the game that first had the meeples in it when it first came out, and it was, the word meeple was actually invented by, and I've forgotten the lady's name, but a game player reviewer, I think, I can't remember exactly. I will maybe give some details. Anyway, they come up with the word meeple, it stuck, and eventually they started pushing, Carcassonne and Meeple as being one and the same. So sometime, I think in 2019, they copyrighted the word Meeple in coalition with the game and Carcassonne and Meeple and all that sort of stuff. They copyrighted in Europe, and they also, I think, got one in Germany specifically. And that kind of happened kind of with little fanfare, and nothing really happened since then. However, skip forward to most recently, the last couple of weeks, I think this has happened. There's a publisher on Kickstarter that published a game, Meeple Inc., I believe it was, and they received, out of the blue, a cease and desist order for Hans and Gluck saying they couldn't use the word Meeple in this particular game, which rightfully everyone was a little bit taken aback, not least the publishers and everyone else. They did then basically change the name of the game to something else to avoid potential litigation lawsuits and stuff, because they are essentially an independent publisher. They're not going to want to get into that game, especially with Gluck, who's a sizable publisher. So where does this is not great, is it really? There's lots more to this, I'm sure, but the point is that during interviews when they were pushed on Gluck as to why they chose this time specifically to do this, they themselves have kind of backpedaled and gone, actually, we may have been a bit dickish, and that they've gone a bit strong. I think it's been an eye-opener for a lot of people that these things happen. I mean, I know a while back we had the issues with Wizards of the Coast trying to copyright the tap mechanism, and I think that went through and happened at one point, but now it's gone. There is a push to trademark Meeple in the US to get a US copyright IP on that at the moment. So it's going on. But I think it's an eye-opener for a lot of people of like, actually, there is big business here, and unfortunately, with any of your stuff, it's not all huddly, cuddly, comfy thing. Personally, what a dick move. Fucking stupid. Fuck it. No, Amazon Gluck. This is not responsible behaviour. You can take your meeples and stick them up your fucking meeple hole, is what I say on the matter. So there we go. That's happened. Other than that, I really don't have much news to say to you, because I've not really been following stuff, because I've been off my tits, actually, on drugs and stuff, which has been amazing. I've watched a lot of TV. I won't go into massive amounts of that at the moment. I've been watching The Boys, which is always good. I've been watching The Acolyte on Disney, the Star Wars show, which I know there's some rabid fan base neckbeards all kicking off because reasons. I think my beef with it is it's just not particularly well written, and it's not particularly well plotted, and it's falling into the trap of so many Marvel and Disney shows where you're just left going, ultimately, aside from the trappings and the look, it looks gorgeous and all of that, and so there's some moments in it. It's not doing anything new. The story isn't doing anything surprising. You're not like, this was supposed to be sold as a murder mystery kind of thing, and it's not that. There is no mystery to this at all. At any given point, I've pretty much gone, well, this is clearly what's going to happen next, and it does. Not only that, it's kind of done some really dumb things, like you get Carrie-Anne Moss as a Jedi, and then you kill her in the first episode, literally the first scene, and that's basically all you see of her. Or you tout a Jedi Wookiee that you then bring on board and then murder off camera, and you don't see any of that. So you're kind of left going, it seems to be making, I don't know, weird choices. I'm sticking it through. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just utterly fantastic. It's just not doing anything like, take Andor, which was a refreshing take on Star Wars and an adultish view of it, with a cracking story that really rolled along and you could embrace with characters and get into and everything. This just has none of that. You've got a bunch of Jedi here at the start of this, which would have been great to give them some decent characterization and dive into those characters, give them some meat on the bones for later on spoilers when some of them do not make it. Whereas these are just kind of cannon fodder, and you don't really care. So I don't know. It's a weird thing. It costs a bloody fortune, and you ultimately sit there and go, could you not spend more time spending money on your script and letting writers get a really decent script together, all tight sort of thing? It's still running. There's still a few episodes to go. However, at this moment in time, I hold no faith that it is going to do anything that's going to drop me, jaw drop. Oh, amazing. It's just kind of meh. I've been watching Banshee. It's one show that I started watching ages ago and never finished, and it's guy actually starring it who you know as Homelander in The Boys. This is his earlier thing, a Cinemax show. It's ridiculous. It's kind of like if Paul Verhoeven had been given the opportunity to make a police sort of show during the 80s, with no holds barred and the sex and violence stakes, because it is literally just ridiculous. Tits, bums, sex, violence, blood, guts, gore, deranged mayhem, pretty much on constant repeat. It's absolutely batshit crazy, makes no sense, the plot is insane, but it does lean into all of the good stuff, and if you're in the mood for some popcorny kind of late 80s kind of mayhem in action movie stylings and a TV show with just ridiculous plotting, but it knows it's doing it and it doesn't care, then if you can lean into that, then there's a lot of fun to be had with that show. So I'm currently digging through that at the moment. And House of the Dragon Season 2, been watching that, of course. That's picking up some steam. It's great. I'm really enjoying that. I watched Edge of Darkness, the old show with Bob Peck from the 80s, going to the ages on Amazon, very cheap on the Amazon Digital, so I picked up and watched that. There was a bit out of my tits when I was watching that. And some other stuff. So all of that's happened. I've been busy by not doing anything. So that was nice. I have got a load of footage that I have edited down over the last couple of weeks in various states of disarray from the expo, of what I did film at the expo. I was going to do more interviews, more stuff, but to be honest with you, I was broken, so I didn't. But I'm just kind of looking to see how I can put that out in something that makes a bit more sense than currently what it does. We'll see. But anyway, there was a video film, which is nice. So what I did see at the expo and what I did do at the expo, I enjoyed all the people I met, and there was some people actually said, "Oh, we watch your show, we watch your episodes," which is insane to think that anyone does that, but apparently some of them do. All of you I saw, hello, I hope I didn't infect you with anything horrible. And I hope you had a good show. And those of you I didn't see there, then I wouldn't have seen you. It's nice to be back. I'm sorry I've been away so long, but this happened. It's very annoying. I don't like being ill, especially that ill. That was quite annoying. But I'm back for the time being, so I will try and get some videos done. I will try and get back into the swing of things and get some games played and stuff like that. But for the time being, as always, look after yourselves, be nice to each other, play games, and I'll see you soon. Tatty bye.